Who is your Arknights Waifu or Husbando?
My waifu used to be Scotty back then. Yes, she was initially the reason why I actually started playing Arknights. Ironically, I was never able to get her and I almost quit the game because of that. I mean, that was until the Scouter was announced in the CN servers, and that became the main bait for me to be mindlessly attached to the game. After a long time, the spot of number 1 has been taken by none other than Asti. Just look at what cute burp she is. Though, I see her more like a daughter than a waifu.
My waifu is Blemishine and Surtur. I like Blemishine for her design and her personality. I love how outgoing she is. For Surtur, I like her more on gameplay-wise. Keeping her alive is so fun to do, and for Husbando is definitely Aben Halps for one-shooting bosses.
Probably many of you expect me now to say Manticore, but the truth is, I anti-out her. The girl I find most attractive now is Reed Alter. Don't get me wrong, Manticore is still by far the second hottest waifu in the game. But you can't imagine what kind of things I would let Reed Alter do to me. And that is why Reed Alter is my new queen.
That would be Exia. It's hard to pinpoint exactly why I like her so much. It could be because of her upbeat, cheerful personality. Maybe because she's a redhead. If anything, I find her as a good role model to aspire to be like.
I really like Scotty, which I guess is common. I just really love the character writing and can't wait to learn more about her impact in the future story.
Not to incriminate myself or anything, but Lee, 100%. Love the fish man. Then what are everyone else for the English dubbing? Top tier. Mizuki because Nami. Lappland because if I were to die at her hands, I would die happy. Same goes for Gabriel actually. Specifically her tail. I'm normal by the way. And Chobai, I want to be hugged by. I love her.
My waifu used to be Sailog, however Rei now takes that spotlight. The Aussie accent is what grabs my attention, her overall design is captivating, especially the tummy tease.
I would say Gabriel, but she's not like my wife or anything. I just really like her, like everything, her personality, story, the fact she could kick my ass. Honestly, most operators could probably kick my ass, but at least with Gabriel it would be consensual.
I don't really consider anyone my waifu or husbando, but my favorite character in this game is definitely Penance. Cause first of all, her design is just so gorgeous. Iris did an amazing job with her, and all her voice lines are just so cool. Her story and her character EP sentence is just so good. I especially like the little stories that she has with her little adoptive daughter, I would say. So cute.
Hey guys, Final Phase Gaming here, what is going on? Oi, I've been asked actually who is my favourite waifu or husbando? I can't help it, it's definitely Mountain. Mountain has always been my absolute favourite. He is a king and a champ.
My waifu is Texas, because when I saw her getting animated in the Holy Nightlight animation, she looks really cool fighting the mafias, and that really caught my eye. And seeing her getting animated again during Il Siracusano was another plus point that solidifies my choice for Texas. I also like Mumu. She's growing on me after reading Lone Trail and looks like she's just a really nice person to be around with. As for Husbando, I would say Chongye. This man is built like a tank and knows how to fight.
First, my favorite waifu is Project Red. She's been my favorite girly since day one. I think her design is really cool and her personality is adorable, so everyone should give her head pats and lots of tails to Floof.
So when you ask me waifu, I would definitely have to go Texas. Like, she was my favorite Vanguard ever since I started playing the game. Then we read Syracusans, the story was great, and then like her costumes also look so cool. Like, her abilities also are just fun to play with. And then we got the altar, which is also really fun. And it's just all around the best operator in my opinion. Like, she's just so nice. I didn't see why there's no reason not to like her.
Yen, easily my favorite waifu because she's the first one that got away on the first limited banner ever. And I hate to admit this. This is back when I had a day job working deliveries. I spent probably over $100 on my lunch break trying to pull her, and I never got her. And I got like 8 hungs and 3 on Ak. Aside from that, though, love the design, love her personality, love that she loves spicy food. It's rad as hell. So easily my favorite character in the entire story. And I actually really like her story too.
Susuro. Unlike other operators, I love how she really cares about the doctor's health when you put her as your assistant. No one has ever cared for me this much in my entire life.
Who is your waifu or husbando? I don't have a waifu or husbando in Arknights. I like a lot of the characters in the game, but there isn't one that I have strong attraction to. I'd be honest to say I'd rather have a real waifu or husbando.
Of course, La Pluma. I may have a lot of waifus cause why only one and not a harem? But anyways, since the first moment I saw her from the Dossless event PV, I fell in love with her. She is so cute and will always be my waifu number 1 in Arknights.
It's Dorothy. It's Dorothy. It's gotta be Dorothy. It's gotta be Roingus. You know why? Because I think Dorothy is, at least arguably, the best written character in the whole game. I think she handles how you can be a good person and still do something bad, but even then, there's a real argument from various moral frameworks that she wasn't even in the wrong with what she was doing. I would personally say, with my moral framework, she was, but I think it's incredibly interesting how she is this, in terms of like a good or bad person, or her actions are good or bad, it can be pretty polarizing, and I think that's really well done. I think the fact that she has so much potential for doing both good and bad with her goals and everything, it's fascinating. She's just an incredibly well-written character.
I love Silver Ash due to Gap Moe. Gap Moe is when a character has seemingly 2 opposing traits, yet combined in one character, enhancing the appeal of the traits due to the difference. For Silver Ash, I love that he has a wild look, animal features and spiky hair, but he wears the slickest of suits. He's also the embodiment of the cold CEO shoujo anime stereotype, but is easily one of the most outwardly affectionate operators to the Doctor. He's a baby girl and I just squish the life out of him.
My waifu is Zima, and why I love Zima so much? The only thing why I like her is the Ruski things. I really like the Russian vibe, any operator or any character in Arknights, and her 2 skin is phenomenal. The first one with the no hand push up, and the second one with Katoski kick. I really like her so much. That's my waifu.
My waifu is Matoimaru for a variety of reasons, but to keep it short, I like Onis in general, and she's my type of woman as well. She's positive, bubbly, and aspires to improve on herself. She's pretty adorable. And oh yeah, I'm still waiting for that skin, by the way.
So, my favorite waifu is obviously Mudrock, but one of the reasons why I like her is because of her aesthetic, and just because she's like Arknight's version of Zero Suit Samus, in which everyone thought that she was a dude in a suit, and then when you take off the suit, turns out a beautiful waifu. But a close second is definitely an S though, because I bring in an S pretty much to every single stage. So yeah, and she's beautiful and hot.
My favorite husbando in the game is Thorns. He was one of the reasons why I fell in love with Arknights to begin with. I just love his design and his Japanese voice actor. When I saw his design, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play this game. When it comes to waifus, my number 1 waifu is definitely Golden Glow. But I absolutely love Saga and Skadi as well. Very early on when I started to play the game, someone showed me a clip from the CN livestream that revealed 6 operators, and one of them was Golden Glow. And I knew right away that she was my waifu. It's actually interesting because I'm a huge fan of Golden Glow's artists, and I've been a fan of her for a long time, even before I saw Golden Glow, so I was very excited when I saw her.
So for waifus, my favorite waifu, my top waifu is Asbestos. I love strong women characters as waifus. And then for Husbando though, for me, Husbando and favorite character / male character are different. Like Husbando and favorite character can be separate things. So for Husbando, Stainless. I love that cat boy. But for favorite character, say no more. I love Aosta. I love Aosta. I love Aosta so much.
It's either Mudrug or La Pluma. It's so hard for me to decide. But if you're really giving me only one option, then it is gonna be La Pluma for me.
She is quite underappreciated by the community, really. Overlooked if I say so myself, but it's going to be Chubai. Reason being is that she's beautiful in her own league. Not like those other female operators that show a bunch of side boob or giga thighs, nah. Chubai has a gentle touch, incomparable beauty, elegant as you might say.
I don't have a waifu nor husbando because I'm not a weeb, but if I had to choose, that would be Carnelian and Phantom. Both of them have great designs. I like Carnelian for how mature she is, and Phantom for his mysterious demeanor.
I actually have 10 in both in the number one spots, both husband and waifu, but I'll just give like the cream of the crop to number one of the number one. For waifus, it's Myrtle. For husbando, it's Passenger. Why? Honestly, I don't know. Weird journey. Initially, I didn't like Myrtle at all, but I just came to like her the most out of all the units. And for Passenger, he was just an instant vibe. Yeah.
Hey, I see Cesith is making another one of these videos. I assume the goal is to make Sophia old by realizing the last video was almost 4 years ago now. Anyhow, he has some questions for me. What is your waifu and why? Looks at the Pinecone banner on my channel. Pinecone, cute.
Cesith, I am wounded. How could you do this? How could you make me choose between my children? I am insulted, frankly. You should know, I love all lupus equally. There is no way that... It's red. It's red. It's definitely red. It's kind of not even close. It's red.
Ray for sure, because not only I think she is the hottest character they ever released, but she is also the most fun sniper to use in the game. Her gameplay is really engaging, and you need to actually use your brain to make Ray reach her full potential. She is at the same time the best sniper in the game, on EN, and the most difficult one to make work well.
Well, obviously it's Mira. Okay, no, jokes aside, it's Gummy. Obviously, my name has become synonymous with Gummy in this community, and hers with mine. I'm kind of the canonical Gummy husband for the community now, and I like that. To give a non-obvious answer, I started liking Huo from Star Rail as well. Just as much as Gummy.
Who is your waifu? There can be only one. One and true Ghana's Scally.
In case I couldn't get to voice it myself here, my answer. Cliffheart, just the vibes. I guess she's like carefree gal, and I kinda like that.
Everyone who's watched my channel probably knows that my ultimate husbando is Phantom. IS2 is actually what kept me around when I got back into Arknights, so he'll always have a special place in my heart. His tail is very small and adorable. You can actually see a glimpse of it if you look into his Dream Within a Dreammare outfit and you look at the single millisecond where his tail peeks out from under his coat when his back is turned.
I suppose I'll take the waifu angle. My favorite female character probably, I would say, is Radiant Nell. There's a few reasons. First, I really like her design, and I like her, like the personality and the aura that she exudes. It's also a real sense of nostalgia because it was the first ever, her reveal, the CN livestream reveal, was the first time I watched an Arknights livestream. It was a Kyostin V livestream, I believe. And that was a really great moment. It was right before, I think it was right before I started content creation. So there's a real sense of nostalgia there. And I just love using her. I use her all the time. She fits into any team. So yeah, anything Radiant Nell related is really cool.
My queen and the love of my life is a feeder. She is the complete package. She's cute, she's strong, and she's thick. I love that she just wants to eat good food and have a good time. She's me for real. And honestly, she's the whole reason why I got into Arknights in the first place, because I was really interested in her character design. And even though new operators come out and new waifus and husbandos come out too, she just holds a really special place in my heart that will probably never be replaced by anybody else.
Okay. Who is your waifu slash husbando and why? Astesia. I love Astesia. Actually, it used to be W, but then I went for Astesia because she's kind of like Olga Marie Animasphere from FGO and that, you know, astrology. And I like Olga. And also Astesia is a bird, and I like birds. And Astesia has a tail, and I love bird tails. I will fluff Astesia's tail all day, gently and with consent. Anyway, I'm gonna go fluff that tail now.
My waifu? My waifu is Mitsuki, because Mitsuki can embrace me with the tentacles.
I mean, there's plenty of waifus and husbandos out there, but if I were to pick one of like each waifu and husbando, I would pick Carnelian and Logos. Why? They're hot. That's it. I am just a simple slime.
My waifu from the Arknights game would be Lappland. The reason why is before I actually even heard of the game, I saw a piece of fan art made by Ninio on Twitter, and I thought, you know what? This is a pretty cool looking character. I'm kind of interested to see where she came from, and so that's how I looked into Arknights. I installed the game, and when I tried it out, I instantly fell in love with the game.
In case you have enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate if you could consider leaving a like and maybe subscribe. But I want to say a massive thank you to all the content creators that joined in. All of them are listed in the description down below if you want to check one of them out. And I want to end the video with the question, who is your favorite Arknights waifu?